All right, everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video, to stay tuned on in towards the end of the video, because I have a ticker symbol to share with you guys. You won't want to miss it. You definitely want to add it to your watch list. It's already ran up $20 since I mentioned it over at the Patreon last week on Wednesday. And we're going to go over everything about this stock and all the potential long term, why it was a temporary pullback, and why you want to start watching this one moving forward if you don't have it on your watch list already. So let's jump into this. Bngo stock, Bionano Genomics Inc., has had a quite dip and run today, right? We saw it fall downwards to a new low here of 705, and it's running back up. Honestly, this stock, you want to watch it carefully. If it stays above 670, 661, 665, anywhere around that area from 660 all the way to 670, those are the lows here that you want to pay close attention to and you want to see some strength in. But it just recently touched here at this point 705 and it jumped back up to 768. Now, this stock has a lot of potential, right? A lot of investors are looking at this one long term. It's kind of a speculative play because it's kind of small, has a large market cap compared to what it could do and what it provides, right? It's not profitable. And they are a company that has the Saphyr technology, right? That's going to change the way and the game of the genomics sector, right? They have something no one else has. Either they go ahead and grow individually or they partner up with others to get a share of what is happening out there, right? Or at least get themselves some exposure into the market of genomics plus their technology, which is theirs, the Saphyr technology. They're the only ones in the whole entire sector that have this. Now, what is the big question mark is what is the demand for this within the sector? How important is it? Because being the first in its class and the only one to have it, if it's not really a big need, it's good that they're the only ones that have it. But if there's not a need out there for it, or there's not a real demand for it, at the end of the day, you have something that no one else really needs right now or will ever use. So that's the big question mark. But there's opportunities here with Bngo. So let's look at this stock right now, where it's sitting and what's important. So down here at 705, that's our true support that we want to watch if this gets back into bearish territory. Now, the 50-day moving average is 753. Anything above it is bullish. Anything below it is bearish. Interesting enough, one of the support levels that were formed here where this leveled off before it ran up again was down here at this point of 752. And that's the lowest point before it actually started to look like it was falling downwards, and then it pulled up again. So the bulls were able to continue that momentum. This leveled off because the bears tried to appear and the bulls took off again. So this is our support, 1 cent below the 50-day moving average. So if you really want to look at this from a perspective, I would just use 753 as the support because that's the 50-day moving average. And if it gets crossed, we are in bearish territory. And that means that the bulls have lost control and the bears have broken through support and the 50-day moving average. Now, if you want to look at it a little bit broader, instead of looking way down here, you can use this point right here as a midway point, 742, to see if the bulls try to reappear within that area and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down fairly fast. Now, it's sitting at 768, and we have bullish territory right now because we're above the 50-day moving average, but the bulls, to continue this momentum, they need a breakthrough resistance, and that resistance is the highest point reached today, and that's 784. That's the point that the bulls need a breakthrough to reach newer highs, new resistance levels, and then work their way up here to $8 and continue that upward momentum and rally, right, to reach newer highs and pull further away from the 50-day moving average in the upward direction. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Don't forget to click on the bell, and don't forget to click on the like button to let me know you watch this video. It helps out the YouTube channel with the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate it very much. It lets me know you find value in the time and effort I put into making these videos, And stay tuned for all the information about the ticker symbol you guys should add to your watch list. It's already ran up a total amount of $20. I think there's more room. And if we look at it from the long-term perspective, there's a lot more room than $20. So stay tuned for all the reasons why I believe it was a temporary pullback and it looked like an opportunity, and it's one you want to have on your watch list. So today's ticker symbol is PDD, Pinduoduo. I definitely recommend every single investor and viewer to check them out. Go to their website to learn more about them. But let's go ahead and see their chart. So here I have their chart pulled up. We're going to look at it when I mentioned it and how I mentioned it. So I mentioned it over at the Patreon, right? I have the post here, and I posted some EV stocks as well because they were getting hit by the chip shortages plus these tensions with China. But Pinduoduo was just getting hit because of these tensions, which I knew and felt the conviction they were going to be temporary. But we always want to have that with a grain of salt because these tensions, quote unquote, can become a reality, right? Of getting delisted or China-based stocks getting pressure, anything like that. Now, I started off the post by saying that if you guys remember last year's tensions with China-based stocks, you would have an idea that all those China-based stocks are still here, right? That was the first thing I wanted to plant in everyone's mind and understand. Now, they're speculative because these tensions could actually hurt the stocks, these quote-unquote tensions. But if it's temporary, this pullback is an opportunity, and that's what I look for. I look for pullbacks that are opportunities. Now, these pullbacks that are actually opportunities, I like to find them at the best moment or at least as close to the best moment. So if you guys want to know what ticker symbols I'm watching and joining over at the Patreon, you can. The link is down below with us investors and myself. You'll be able to learn more about the market. You're also going to get more opportunities on these different stocks. And at 13 cents a day, right, I have a tier there that's going to get filled up pretty quickly as soon as people start realizing, I know the market's pulling downwards and these opportunities to go ahead and invest more are getting tighter. But if you want to become a maximizing profit and minimizing losses type of investor, you can join me because that is my goal and that's what I look for to go ahead and share with you guys opportunities. Okay, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of that. So what is it that I liked about this the most? So this tensions were kind of speculative and it was a temporary pullback in my eyes, but we always got to take it with a grain of salt because we don't know what could happen. So Pinduoduo provides a platform for buyers with value for money merchandise and fun interactive shopping experiences. Pinduoduo offers a social shopping experience that leverages social networks as an effective and efficient tool for buyer acquisition and engagement. So it reminds me of the Pinterest of China. So if you've seen how Pinterest has done and you go look at Pinduoduo and their AI intelligence and what they're doing with the social platform and buyers and so forth, then you can think of it as the Pinterest of China. Now, if you search up the price targets on this one, you'll be impressed, and it's currently sitting at 124. The highest reliable source price target was 230. So I mentioned this on March 24th. That was on Wednesday, right? So I usually do weekly posts, right, on stocks that I'm watching every single week. And throughout the week, if opportunities like this one, because of fear in the markets and the investors are having a lot of fear, right, it makes it seem like an opportunity. I will mention it to the Patreons throughout the week as well. So you guys get a weekly watch list and you're going to get opportunities as fresh as I can get them to you. So the 24th was right here. Okay, I mentioned it that afternoon as it was falling. It was sitting at 124 and some change. And then the 25th, it dipped to 119. And since then, it's been running and it hit a high here of 139. So at this low here, it went up by $20. And from exactly when I mentioned it, it's gone up $15. Okay, do I think this still has room? Possibly. Now, the market is a little bit, rocky. So you want to be aware that some of these stocks, they can run up real fast and then all of a sudden fall again. But when you think about it, 124, and 119, we haven't seen those numbers since November, and that's when it was running up. So anything close to, $100 to 120 is a steal with the growth of this stock when you think about it long term and the way it's grown and also all the price targets. So any other pullback is just a bigger opportunity, right? You don't want to look at it as a setback, if not an opportunity to position yourself for the next run, right? So when I mentioned it, it seemed like it was going to be temporary, and it certainly did. Now, the stock market overall is kind of rocky, like I said. So you want to be aware of this stuff, but you want to also look at it from the price target. 240, 230 is the highest that I've seen. And if you believe in the company or you understand it, right? Because this is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions. And you understand it and you like it, you should be focusing on the price target, and anything below that is an opportunity. But for those that actually saw it as a short-term opportunity, that pullback to here, $20 per share, buying 10 shares, that's $200. 20 shares, that's $400 in just a matter of 5 days. That's the way you got to go ahead and see what the opportunity lies with, and what is it given to you, and what is it that you're trying to receive from it. But I'm always here to try to get you guys into opportunities that are presenting themselves. And honestly, anything below 160 with those price targets seems to me like an opportunity for the long run. And in the short run, exactly when I mentioned it over at the Patreon, was one of the best times to get in on this and ride this wave for as long as it looks like it's going to have strength. And if it gets weak, at the end of the day, as long as you get out before getting back to 124, there was an opportunity there. That was a lot more than 13 cents a day, which is what it is to join my main first tier of $4 over at the Patreon. For 13 cents a day, you'll receive weekly watch lists and opportunities like this one and many more that are going to present themselves throughout the week. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.